Hello and welcome to lesson 52 of the A1 course from Perfectly Spoken. My name's David and I'm your teacher. Today we are going to look at talking about the future using going to, and at the end of the lesson we will also look at some time expressions. Today's lesson is quite easy, actually, and there's not a lot of vocabulary like last lesson, but I think it's a very useful lesson for you. Okay, let's begin. So let's look at these sentences. I'm going to go to America on holiday in June. The government is going to increase taxes. Taxes is the money you pay to the state if you work, for example, to help society. And number 3, she's going to meet her friend after work. And we are going to try to test, we're going to try a new restaurant tonight. So, are these sentences talking about the past, the present, or the future? Obvious, they're talking about the future. So we use the verb to be going, and the infinitive to talk about the future when we have a plan to do something, when we plan. That's the important word. So I'm going to America. I'm going to go to America. I'm going to America on holiday in June. This is my plan. The government is going to increase taxes. The government plans to do this. She's going to meet her friend after work. They have a plan to meet, and we are going to try a new restaurant tonight. We have a plan. Now, important, if you look at those sentences, yes, where's the verb? Where's the infinitive? Going to plus infinitive. Increase, meet, try. Go, often it's not necessary. You can say, I'm going to go to America, or I'm going to America. It's the same. So, yeah, a plan is when you have decided something previously in the past. So, the form in the positive, in the affirmative is easy. Yeah, we make the positive future by using the verb to be going to. So, I am the verb to be. I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, they are going to have a party. Okay? And remember, contractions, we will practice in the lesson more, but I am, I'm, you are, you're, he is, he's, she is, she's going to have a party. It is, it's going to have a party. We are, we're going to have a party. They are, they're going to have a party. Repeat, practice. And, of course, negative with not. So, I am not going to arrive on time. You are not, he is not, she is not, it is not, we are not, they are not going to arrive on time. And again, contractions. Correct. I'm not going to arrive on time. You're not going to arrive on time. He's not going to arrive on time. She's not going to arrive on time. It's not going to arrive on time. We're not going to arrive on time. They are not. They are not going to arrive on time. And the question we make by inverting the verb and the subject. Complicated? No. Example. I am, invert, am I? Am I going to pass the exam? You? Yeah. Are you going to pass the exam? Is he? Is he going to pass the exam? Is she? Right. I've lost me. Is she? Is she going to pass the exam? Is it? Is it going to pass the exam? We? Are we? They? Are they going to pass the exam? Okay? Easy. So this time, basically, you need to put in the correct form of the verb to be. So my parents, it, so number 2, number 3, they, number 4, she, Hong Kong, number 7, we, and number 8. Okay, let's put in the answers. My parents are going to visit me next weekend. Repeat. My parents are going to meet me next weekend. Number 2. Is it going to be possible to arrange a meeting? Is it possible? Is it going to be possible to arrange a meeting? Number 3. They're not going to be happy with the results. They are not going to be happy with the results. She is, contraction. She's going to take her driving test on Monday. She's going to take her driving test on Monday. Hong Kong is going to open a new bridge in December. Hong Kong is going to open a new bridge in December. Are you going to see Felipe next week? Are you going to see Felipe next week? Contraction. We're going to be late. We're going to be late. And is he going to visit London? Is he going to visit London? Okay. Now, this time, can you make a complete sentence with going to, going to? So you've got affirmative, negative, and questions. So he travelled to Amsterdam. So you pause, write, we'll do it together, and then let's look at the answers. So number 1, he travelled to Amsterdam. He is going to travel to Amsterdam. So he is, when we speak, he's going to travel to Amsterdam. Number 2, she not work on Friday. She isn't going to work on Friday. She isn't going to work on Friday. Number 3, they buy a car, question. So inversion, not they are, but are they? Are they going to buy? Are they going to buy a car? Number 4, I send an invitation. I am, contraction, I'm going to send an invitation. Number 5, The company build a new office. So the company can be is or are, it doesn't matter. So the company normally is, it's one entity. The company is going to build a new office. Number 6. What is question? Yeah. So what time we are we, what time are we going to leave? What time are we going to leave? Number 7, negative. So negative, I am, I'm not. I'm not going to arrive before 4 p.m. And number 8, another question. So she is, inversion. When is she going to start? When is she going to start the new job? Let's look at the answers. She's going to travel to Amsterdam. She isn't going to work on Friday. Are they going to buy a new car? I am going to send an invitation. I'm going to send an invitation. The company is going to build a new office. What time are we going to leave? I'm not going to arrive before 4 p.m. And finally, when is she going to start the new job? Good. So, pronunciation. In a sentence, we stress, emphasize one or two words more than others. So, we usually stress the words which have the meaning, the important words, nouns and verbs. So, look at these sentences. Which words do you stress? We've got I'm going to France. Well, yes. Listen to me. I'm going to France. He's going to study English. She's going to buy a car. I'm going to France. He's going to study English. She's going to buy a car. Yeah, the nouns and the verbs. Let's look. Yeah, I'm going to France. He's going to study English. She's going to buy a car. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Thank you. And as we said, as we know, contractions are so important. I am, I'm. Yeah. As we know, I'm, you're, he's, she's, it's, we're, there. Okay? So, practice saying these. I'm going to an exhibition at the weekend. I'm going to an exhibition at the weekend. I'm going to an exhibition at the weekend. You're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. Notice when it's negative, we stress, you're not going to be happy. He's going to university in September. He's going to university in September. University, September. He's going to university in September. He's going to give a presentation. She's going to give a presentation. I'm going to be busy today. I'm going to be busy today. We're going to see a film tonight. We're going to see a film tonight. They're going to take an exam tomorrow. They're going to take an exam tomorrow. Okay, and a bit of fun. Let's look at some of these time expressions for when you're writing, when you're talking. What we want to do is to put them in the correct order from the past to the present to the future. Let's look at them. Oops. So, last month, 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So, if this year is 2019, 2 years ago is 2017. 2 years ago. Tomorrow, next month, next winter, in 5 years' time, in 3 days' time, the day after tomorrow, yesterday, today, next week. So pause, think. Now, so the first one, in the past, which one? And which one is the past? And which one is the future, the farthest? Think. So the first one, in the past, is 2 years ago. And in the future, the biggest one is in 5 years' time. And between, which ones? Pause. And then let's look at the answers. Okay, so in 2 years' time, 2 years ago, last month, yesterday, today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, in 3 days' time, next week, next month, later this year, next winter, and in 5 years' time. So if this year is 2019, in 5 years' time, it's 2024, 5 years' time. Notice, in 5 years' time. Okay. So, a little practice. Where were you 2 years ago? In the past. So, 2 years ago, I was in London. I was living in London. So, where did you go last month? Well, last month, I went to Spain. I went in the past to Barcelona. And what time did you get up yesterday? Yesterday? Yesterday, I got up at 7:30. And today, what are you doing today? Well, you are learning English. I am teaching you English today? And then tomorrow, what are you going to do tomorrow? Let's look at more, because now we're talking about the future and plans. So, what are your plans? Complete the sentences with your ideas. So pause and write. And now I'm going to tell you about me. So tomorrow I'm going to visit some friends. I'm going to catch the train. I'm going to go to London, and I'm going to have dinner in a restaurant with some friends. We're going to eat some really nice food and drink a little wine. Next month, I am going to go to a wedding. I'm going to celebrate the wedding with my friends. And we are going to have a party in the evening. And we are going to have lots of fun. Later this year, I am going to go on holiday. I am going to go to Greece with some of my friends, and we are going to sunbathe. We are going to swim in the sea, and we are going to relax in the sunshine. What about you? And finally, next week, I am going to work every day. I am going to have some meetings. I am going to prepare my lessons, and I am going to record some more lessons for you. What about you? Okay, that is the end of lesson 52. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for practicing. Remember to do the lesson test. Watch again if you need to anything. And I will see you next time in lesson number 53, when we are going to look at will for talking about the future. Thank you. Goodbye.